This is the all-new, all-Italian Colnago C64. It's a brand new bike for 2018, replaces the previous C60, a bike that traces its history back to the C40, one of the most iconic race bikes of the modern era. It's won countless editions of races like Paris-Roubaix, and it really is one of the best bikes of the modern era. The C60 was a stunning bike, still one of my personal favourite road bikes that I've tested in the last few years, so a tough act to follow. And with the new C64, the company has focused on two key aims with the new bike. They tried to reduce the weight and increase the tyre clearance. So the new C64 will take a 28mm tyre. On the rim brake version, they switched to the direct mount brakes, which are now fairly standard on high-end road bikes. So there are quite a few changes to the C64 which have helped lower the weight. It's still made in the same way, it's still made in Italy, one of the few bikes made in Italy, using the traditional tube and lug construction. And I'll start at the front where we find a brand new fork. You can see yourself that there's a bit of a cutaway in the top section of the fork. That's designed to improve the compliance of the fork and also to increase the lateral stiffness. What you can't see is the all-new stereo tube. It's now a C-section shape, so they can route the cables inside the frame. They haven't done this bike, but on some models they route all the cables, even the hydraulic hoses on the disc brake version, inside the stem and the head tube. There's also a stiffening rib that runs right down through the stereo tube, which acts as a plug for the stem top cap to go in, so that saves a bit of weight. The head tube junction looks the same, but they've reduced the wall thickness and tried to save a bit of weight there. I can actually show you what it looks like. So there's the quite a chunky piece of carbon fibre. So that's the head tube junction. Moving further back, there's a revised down tube. The cables are now routed inside the down tube, as we see in common on quite a lot of high-end bikes. They recessed the bottle cage just to try and improve the aerodynamics, although aero wasn't really a key objective of the bike. Moving further back, there's an all-new seat tube, and this junction is now moulded into the carbon fibre as one piece, which I'll show you here. So that is the seat tube with the top tube and the seat stay assembly built into it. The seat clamp is now internal. It used to be an external clamp, but it's now internal, and they've moved to a D-shaped seat post like on the V2R that I tested a little while ago. The seat post is available with 3 setbacks, so you can tune the fit to your requirements. The bottom bracket hasn't changed much. This is actually the mould for the bottom bracket. One small change is they've moulded the cable routing into the bottom bracket to save a bit of weight and to improve the cable routing path. And you can really see the shape of the tubes there. And you can also see on the chainstay how it's asymmetric, so the non-drive side tube is larger profile just to increase the stiffness at the back end. Another key feature of this bottom bracket, if I move a bit closer, is their thread fit 82.5 system. It combines the oversized nature of a press fit bottom bracket with the durability of a threaded external bottom bracket. So carbon is threaded, sleeves go in there, and then your traditional bottom bracket goes in there, and it just produces the stiffness and the durability they wanted in the system. They're also working with ceramic speed now and producing their own bottom brackets for SRAM, Shimano and Campagnolo group sets, just to try and improve the performance of the bike a bit more. So further back, as I said, the drive side chainstay is a slimmer profile than the non-drive side, which is bigger to improve stiffness. The carbon fibre dropouts are now moulded with the chainstays, all very smooth looking lines. This is the rim brake version with direct mount brakes, improved tyre clearance, 28mm tyres now fit. There's also a disc brake version. The C60 was available with disc brakes, the C64 is also available with disc brakes, using the now common 12mm through axle standard with a threaded through axle to save a bit of weight and flat mount calipers. As I mentioned at the top of the video, they saved a bit of weight on the new frame. So the C64 frame, fork and seat post is now 205 grams lighter than the previous model. The disc brake version is a whopping 270 grams lighter, which is quite a significant saving on a disc frame. Interestingly, the frame and fork is only 15 grams heavier than the C64 without disc brakes. So it really narrowed the weight difference between the rim brake version and the disc brake version, and really shows that disc brakes are maturing as a technology, and that previous weight penalty has really been reduced. As you can see on this bike, they've really neatly routed the brake hose into the stem and straight into the frame. So there's no cables or hoses hanging around the front of the bike, and produces one of the cleanest looking front ends of a bike I've seen in a long time. And it's really nice to see them take that attention to detail and really package the bike in a smart way. So that's a quick first look at the brand new Colnago C64. Should be available in short by the time this video is published. I don't have full details of range and prices yet, but as soon as I have them, I'll put them in the description below the video. got any questions about the bike, do ask us in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed watching the video, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for more cycling videos, and as ever, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.